So, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. So here we are at this month, right? Harmony. And harmony means a lot of things, a lot of different things. But I love that the end of this is you were only waiting for this moment to arise. And for me, what I really want to talk about today is that you're here in fellowship with all of us. Your individual self, as I said earlier, has shown up here today to remind itself of its oneness with everything. And you're really here today because this is the moment for you to arise. You've been waiting your whole life to have one moment where you actually get it. And today's the day. Are you good with that? Yeah. The rest of you, you're like, I don't know, what's the moment? So, Ernest Holmes said this: spiritual substance is all around us. Let's just start there. Spiritual substance is all around us. All of it. It's all around us. It's all spiritual. That's one of the biggest things to get in line with. It's all spiritual substance. No matter what it looks like, you have to understand it's all spiritual substance. And he says, spiritual substance is all around us, waiting to be formed. So it's all God, it's all this spiritual substance, and it is waiting for you, your mind, to form it. Everything that is right here, right now, present, has been formed by the divine. It's what I am, it's what Joe Jordan is, it's what we all are. Your individual mind is part of this. Now, you can go along with the collective and just follow the fleet, or you can stand in the midst of it all and sing your own song and understand what it is you're doing. You are changing the trajectory of this beautiful substance by the way you use your mind. So if you look at this song, Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take your broken wings and learn to fly. Take all of that stuff that you think has broken you in some way. This is where forgive everything comes into play. Take all that stuff that you think has somehow impacted you, made you less than, whatever it is, and learn to fly with it. And pick up that phone. Learn to fly with it. Not against it, not I'm going to fly the minute it's taken care of. Let me just be in therapy for 10 years. After those 10 years of therapy, I will be ready. Frankly, you're probably, after 10 years of therapy, ready to tell your story better. Think about it. And I'm not against therapy. I'm all for therapy. But only if you are in therapy to let it go. To understand what it is and then let it go. But not let it go to the degree that you have to fight it. No, learn to fly with it. So that, Lennon and McCartney, take these broken wings and learn to fly with them. Don't wait till they're perfect, because guess what? Broken is perfect. And then he says, take these sunken eyes. So this blackbird that really can't see, take your broken sunken eyes and learn to see. Right? So form them. So when you take your broken wings, you're forming them into this thing called flight. When you take your sunken eyes and learn to see, you're forming them into sight. That's what Ernest Holmes is telling us. It's all spiritual substance. You can take broken wings and learn to fly. You can take sunken eyes that can't see and learn to see. See how? See through the eyes of the divine. From that highest level of Christ consciousness. So, you've been waiting for this moment to arise. Our month is called Harmony, right? So, at the end of the song, it says, you were only waiting for your moment to be free. I am free. I find freedom whenever I really, truly realize that I am in harmony at all times with everything. In harmony at all times with everything, whether it's right or wrong. So yesterday was an amazing day. It was one of those days that come along very seldom, where I start at 7 in the morning and I don't get to bed till 11, and I have not stopped. And because yesterday was my son's graduation. And we had to get there to get seats, and we were just there, and then a big party to celebrate the graduates, which is Nora and Will and Will's girlfriend Emma, in Malibu, and it was this beautiful, beautiful home in Malibu. The whole day was spectacular. And then when I left the graduation party, I was going to do a wedding, to officiate a wedding in Thousand Oaks. And I just figured, well, the wedding's at 5. I could leave at 4. And get from Malibu to Thousand Oaks. And I thought, and really, it can't start without me. So I should be okay. Well, I get in the car, and I let Siri tell me where to go. And it says, make a right on Pacific Coast Highway, or wherever it was. And so I make a right, and I'm going, and I'm like, wait a minute, the wedding's behind me. I know Thousand Oaks is behind where I'm going. Well, somehow, because I made the right where I made it, Siri took me way out of my way to take a different canyon to come all the way back on the 101. And I thought, okay, so now I'm going to be arriving just before 5 o'clock instead of 4:35-ish. So I'm telling you this because this whole idea of harmony, there's a big part of me that could get very angry at that moment. Kevin had already fallen asleep in the passenger seat. He didn't care. Usually he would have told me I was going the wrong way, but he didn't. You did later, not when I took the right. So, anyway, and this is my stage. So I'm driving up Malibu Canyon, and I get this sense, and I was like, you know, James, you're a little tense that you've come so far out of your way, and there's a cavalcade of trucks in front of you going slow. And I was like, now there's no way I'm going around them, because there were 3 of them, because I could be dead trying to. I said, but here's the real thing that came through to me. I was like, tomorrow you're going to give this talk on harmony. You have no idea why the universe conspired to take you all the way out here and that way, as opposed to over Canaan, which would have been much quicker. There's no idea. I have no idea why. And I either believe and understand that I am always in harmony with life no matter what, or I don't. And do you know, in that moment, as soon as I actually went there, I just was like, you know what? And this beautiful, I want to say eagle, but we all know it wasn't. But it was a falcon, or it was an ostrich flying. It was this beautiful bird just came flying, and I was like, okay, this is why I took Malibu Canyon. And it was just all of a sudden, I saw the beauty everywhere. I never take Malibu Canyon. It was just gorgeous. And I was like, I could have sat here really tense and nervous and annoyed at Siri and annoyed at Kevin for sleeping and having a lovely nap. And I've been like, or I can realize life is always unfolding perfectly, no matter what, and actually see what my life is doing. That's harmony. To me, that's the way we harmonize with life. So, the title of my talk is, Yes, You Can Sing. So how many people here can sing? Raise your hand if you can sing. Okay, put them down. How many people here can't sing? Yes, you can sing. And so it is. That's my whole talk. No. So, okay, wait. How many of the people who can't sing are really good singers in the shower? And okay, so there's still some of you who think you can't sing, right? Who really thinks they can't sing? Raise your hand. Where you can't. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So here's the thing about harmony. Everybody can sing. And not only that, everyone can harmonize. Because you know what harmony is really in music? I'll give you a definition in a bit, but here's the truth. Harmony is a person who can stand in their own line, in their own melody, with all the melodies going on around them, and hold to it. Sound like Science of Mind? Yes. Harmony is when someone can know who they are, no matter what everybody else is being, and be in harmony with them. Not to fight them, not to try to make them be like us, just knowing who I am and being in harmony with everything around me and staying on pitch. which means staying in consciousness at the level where I know who I am and I'm happy with it, and I stay here. And you can be who you are in your perfect world of melody, right? You're looking at me like, please don't get me up here to sing. And I'm not going to ask anybody to come up here to sing, but I am going to do a little exercise for you. Ladies, if you would join me. So here's the exercise. We are going to break you up into 3 groups. You're singing melody, this group. You're singing Nora's harmony. And you, that means you over, you're singing Barbara's harmony. All they're going to do is teach it to you for a second, then we're all going to sing it. And you are going to hear. And by the way, if you do not sing, I will know. I also have intuition. I will know if you're lip syncing. Your job is to really sing out, Louise. Just sing. Sing what you know to be singing, and then we will hear what it sounds like together. Okay? Everybody good with this? Even if you're not. Okay, so first up is Dell. She's going to sing it for you once. You'll sing it after her.
Ready?
Yes. Just the
one line.
Okay.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Is that the right key? That's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
One more time. With you.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Hold on to that. Nora?
Okay, here.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Now, I want to point out something. In life, we decide when something's harder. We give it an assignment. We say, oh, wait, I want to sit over. You should have sat there. Next time you show up here, you will choose to sit in that area. That'd be funny next week. We come in, they're all standing. Okay, so listen to this again, because I know there are great singers in this group, right?
No.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, the hands the right.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
And
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
one more time. And
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
someone's harmonizing with themselves, but okay. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. You ready, you guys? Ready, Anita? Okay, here we go.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Very easy.
Aren't you? No, you could have sat here. Here we go. And
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
are you all basses? There's got to be a soprano in here. Sing high, girls. And ready, Barbara? And Blackbird singing in the dead of night. You got it? So we're going to run through them one more time. Go, Del.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Great.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Ready? You all ready to do this? 1, 2, 3.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Amazing. Okay, now everybody stand. Everybody stand. Take your energy up. Just jump a little bit. Okay? Now you're going to feel all that energy coming through you, right? We're going to do this again, but really, really sing out, Louise. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Okay, now. Dead of night. I'm going to cut you off. Ready? I'm going to get one of these that's perfect. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you, ladies. So, what that says is that, by the way, that sounded amazing. I hope you will go online and watch this little section, and you'll hear what that sounded like. You will literally get a sense on what just happened. Because what just happened really is that you all basically stood in your own, now you did have a whole group around you, but I heard there were some people singing a different song. Right? But how many times in life have you been walking through your life and you felt the person that's closest to you is walking through their different song? The deal is, how do you stay in harmony with that? How do you really stay in harmony with that? You know, Barbara and I, she calls herself the harmonizer, but harmonator. Because she works for Arnold Schwarzenegger, so of course, yes, got it. I call myself the harmonizer. So harmony just comes natural to me. I've been singing it since I was a little boy with my guitar forever. And some people, harmony doesn't come naturally to. But here's the thing. In life, it just doesn't matter. There was someone in this section literally singing, I don't know what. But here's was it you, Jeffrey? Okay. Did you all hear it, though? Yeah, so they're all like, we heard it over here. They were totally throwing us. So the job is not to tell that person to be quiet or ask that person to try to work harder to sing their own song. It's just for you to sing what you know. Let them sing whatever they want. That's how harmony really works. All of the notes can come together. Have you ever heard some of those crazy fifth harmonies, and these harmonies where flats are put in, and it sounds really wrong if anybody goes a tiny bit off, it just sounds wrong. Well, look at your mind. Think about your mind as a choral group. All of your thoughts and all of your beliefs coming together to create this one harmonious existence that you call your life. If you're not willing to keep your mind at the highest level of truth, at the most pitch-perfect place of passion and power and beauty and joy and love and light and wisdom and all the aspects of God, if you're not willing to keep all of those floating in perfect precision, the harmonies can go off. But that's okay. It doesn't mean the whole thing's... Look how I started to sing the wrong line. They didn't stop. They hated me for that moment. But they didn't stop at all. They just kept singing, and I adjusted. Thank God. Right? So that's really what this month can be about for you. Not letting anything throw you off pitch. So everything is harmony, even as you add your voice. No matter what you add. The universe will always pitch correct. When I was a recording artist with Arista Records, I've never said that before up here. Anyway, you can find me online. There was not a pitch correct back in the Stone Age. There wasn't a pitch correct. Now, you can be totally off pitch, and they just fix a little button and go, all right, keep singing, you're fine. Okay? We've grown into that, but that's what God does. That's the universal pitch correct. When you go to Malibu Canyon instead of Canaan, the universe has pitch corrected somehow. It has corrected me so that was a journey I needed to take. Well, if we look at life that way, we get out of the angst of it. We get out of the stress and strain of it. We understand, I'm here because I put myself here. There's something here to do, something here to know, a reason why I'm here. Harmony, here's the definition. The combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes to produce chords and chord progressions which has a pleasant effect. Or simultaneously occurring frequencies. That's harmony. Simultaneously occurring frequencies. So harmony is happening all around you. Every person in this room has a different frequency that they're living from. See? Every person. So it's the lower harmony. So every single person here is at some frequency. The thing is, can you live that frequency in harmony with all other frequencies? It's funny because I had a couple of conversations this week about our community. And it is not, and that's why I started this way, it is not an easy thing to do, to take two cultures, two different communities, and bring them together as one. And then to understand that this is the community now. This is the one beautiful community. I just don't even see the difference anymore. I don't notice. We are who we are. There's one thing going on. But I know it's hard for some people because they tell me that it's hard. You know, there are people from Westlake who think I spend too much time with the NoHo people, and there are people in NoHo who think I spend way too much time with the Westlake people, and I stand there going, what people are you talking about? There aren't Westlake people and NoHo people. There's God, everywhere present, and we're all one thing. So if you're one of those people sitting here today, it's work. You have to do the work to harmonize with your world. And if you are feeling left out, or if you are feeling as you're over here and there's a group over here, you're not in harmony. You're identifying as some group that is separate from some other group, and that's just not the case. I honor and bless how we did this in a very short time, in a year. But I will tell you this, where we are now, and how strong and beautiful and vibrant and loving and caring this community is amazing to me, and it's just the beginning. It's really just the beginning. But that's what harmony is all about for me. Harmony is never feeling separate from anyone or anything at all. We were talking religion recently, and a friend of mine said, we were having this discussion, and this is another minister in religious science, and he said, well, I'm good with all of it except for Scientology. And I bet there's some of you here who would think similar thoughts, but I said, you can't do that. You can't. You can't say we are all one except the Scientologists, because now you've literally stepped into duality. I said, have you ever sat with a Scientologist and talked to him? I said, I have a member of my church who was a founding member of our church who was a New Thought Scientologist. That's what he called himself. He was at church every Sunday, but he was a Scientologist. And he said, I see the same thing in both things. He said, but isn't that how we're supposed to look at life? There's similarity in all of it. We cannot find any group to be outside of the only group that matters to us, which is God. And God is a group. God is a huge group of everyone and everything. Now, that doesn't mean I have to go to the Scientology building and sign up. It doesn't mean I have to be that, but it does mean I have to love that. Be loving in relationship to that. We get to have our thoughts. We get to have our choices. We get to have our opinions. And so does every other person on the planet. And the minute we allow people their own opinions and keep our own and live in harmony with that, this world will be a better place. Yes? So here's what I want you to do this month. Like you just did, I want you to add your voice on purpose. Don't sit back and say, I can't sing. Don't sit back and say, was it you, Joyce, that was singing, hitting that note? Don't sit... and it was lovely. It was lovely. I heard it from some other song. It was lovely. It would work perfect in some other song. It worked perfect in this song. It gave me a lot to work with. Don't sit back and say, I can't sing. I can't hold a harmony. I can't hold a note, and then stop singing. And I'm using it as a metaphor for life. Don't sit back and have any excuse whatsoever to give yourself to say, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can climb Boney Mountain. I'm probably not choosing to, but I could climb it, right? I just climbed that mountain. The mountain, it was like this high. What I'm trying to say is, don't allow yourself to put yourself in a box and live there because you feel you're out of tune. Don't quiet yourself because you think someone else won't like the sounds coming out of you. Don't stop being willing to harmonize with the entire world, even if you may sound like you're singing a different song. It would be really boring if we only had one song and we sang it all the time. It would be like this. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. You know, that's... Now you will not... You will have it in your head all day now. Bum, ba-da-da-da. Right. What if that was the only music we heard for our entire life?
Can we switch it
To what?
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes, Bohemian. Yes, we'll do Bohemian Rhapsody instead. Perfect. So that's my challenge to us this month. For all you non-singers out there, to sing out, to be in harmony with everything in your life, to be willing, absolutely willing, to just let it out and recognize that it's all good. Don't change yourself for anything out there. But most importantly, don't change yourself because of the stuff in here. Stay in that place of Christ consciousness. Mahatma Gandhi said this: happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. In your program, I write a paragraph. You might not know this. I write a paragraph every month for that month. So in your program, there's a paragraph I've written for today. That quote is in there. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. So your job this month, if you are willing to take it, is to pay attention to what you're thinking. Make sure you're saying what it is you want to say, and then do what you say is yours to do. Out loud. Just live it out loud because you can. So now without these three girls up here, I want to sing this one last time to close us out. Okay? You're going to do it on your own. Do I need to give you the notes? Get up here. Okay? You want them to sing it one more time for you? Give them the...
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night.
Got it? Here's yours.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night.
Now, one more time. This should be as loud as you've ever sung in your entire life. As loud. Whether it's right or wrong, this is the point of this whole talk. Don't fail me. The point of this whole talk, Liza, are you singing? Yes. Okay. You hear that resonance in her voice? Yeah. She's in the perfect place to be singing. Okay? So I really want to loud, loud, loud. I should fall back, but I won't. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Thank you. Namaste. Woo! Bravo. Bravo. Okay, thank you.